Hello everyone and welcome back to Let's Play Drawn to Life. In the last part we went through the second stage of World 4 and got ourselves the secret sword page, and now let's go talk to the mayor at the town meeting. My Rapos can't work with you following them around. I'll run security in this village. You should be going through me. Enough, both of you. All of this arguing is not making us safer. I want you to work together. Go secure the Rapoville gate. Damn, I think that's the first time we've actually seen him, like, angry. Bartleby, where is Mari? I'll speak with her later. We'll be ready to confront Wilfre by the time you return. Hurry and bring back the final page for the Book of Life. Alright, time for us to enter Rapo Towers, which I think is one of the few levels that actually has two names. Because a certain other Raposa later down the line, I forget if it's one of the ones we rescue here, or if it's someone you talk to after the level, refers to it also as, I think, the Rapo Dungeons? That's a fade to black. Okay. Mayor? Mari? Is that you? Oh, no. Wilfre, you have no business here. Oh, but I do. I'm here for the Book of Life. I admit you've done well, but it's only thanks to Bartleby. This village fell apart under your watch, and it will fall apart under your daughter. Don't you dare touch Mari. That won't be necessary. I'll take the Book of Life. And this village will fade away on its own. Such a sweet little Rapo. She can't stop me. The Book of Life is finally mine. Now you might be thinking you want to go over there and check it out, but I think there's either someone blocking your way or there's just nothing over there. So we have to leave the mayor in that state, even knowing that. God, that's mean. Either way, welcome to Rapo Towers, which is either my favorite or second favorite level in the game. First off, we actually have access to Legendary Sword in this level and the next level alone. You attack with it at the B button, and it has a huge swing radius. It is very powerful, and by that I mean it does exactly 1 damage. So, that kind of sucks, but oh well. And now we have one of our last things to draw, which is a chair, probably one of the simplest things we have to draw. More or less for this, I'm actually fairly satisfied with the way this came out. I probably could have added an outline just to make it stand out a bit, but at the same time, in this very black and gray area, honestly, not having an outline might make it stand out a bit more. You can still use all of your abilities that you've gotten thus far when you have the sword out. The only thing I think you can't do effectively is projectiles, for obvious reasons. You can also effectively actually use the uppercut I mentioned like a part or two ago with this, because you actually get some more range with it. The chairs, though, they're more or less, like I said, I hinted towards earlier, the meteorites from World 2, because they fall in such a similar fashion, they're all on one chain. Obviously, we're seeing minor ghosts of them because of, like I said, only like 95% functionality for emulation here. But that's all over the place. Now, something that's interesting about the Rapo Towers is that it's one of the few areas that's actually kind of like a labyrinth. There's a lot, and I mean a lot, of paths that lead you to either the other Raposa, but there's always only one true path to get through. Dr. Cure's the best doctor around. A doctor, huh? Well, that seems well-timed. There's also a new enemy in this stage, from my memory, the Goliath. I think that's what it's called, the Shadow Goliath. I don't think we've seen them before, unless they showed up in an earlier stage, which, knowing my luck, they probably didn't. I've just completely forgotten about them. In fact, I think they may have been in World 1. They take, I think it's 3 hits, and the best way to take them out is just to stand on them. Every enemy you meet in here, I believe, is a shadow creature. I don't think there's even any Bakis in them. So, you need to be kind of careful. There's a lot of paths, so it's easy to get lost here, but this should hopefully, if you're playing along, serve as a good guide. There is one point where I almost miss the actual thing I'm looking for in that area, but I get it in the end anyway. And this is also the last level in the game to actually have secret tokens, because due to circumstances you will see later, the next levels don't. Let's see, but now we have to draw a chandelier. I'm actually very proud of the way the chandelier came out. I don't think you're technically supposed to put candles on it. I think because the little spoke things there are the candle holders, but I put some on there anyway, just to make it seem more fitting. It helps that this is, due to the fact that chandeliers are generally kind of goldish, at least in fantasy. Coloring something yellow and with a base color of yellow, even if it's trying to be metallic, is probably the thing you can do the best with the color palette you're given, because you get such good colors for it. I probably could have added some highlights to this a bit more with some white to make it look a bit more metallic, but oh well. Oh, and also, Rapo Towers has a unique musical theme just to it, and I love it. World 4's music is my favorite music in the game on the whole. Every track we hear in this place, or really from the time you access it onwards, is just great stuff. The soundtrack before was nice and jolly, but honestly, I think the sound font and the composer does better with the kind of more serious and ominous stuff in some ways. Like, I haven't even really mentioned it yet, but Wilfre's character theme that we've heard basically in every scene he showed up in is great stuff. Also, a little silly. Your sword dances along with you when you're dancing. It kind of reminds me of the scene in Final Fantasy VII where you need to basically cosplay as a member of lower-ranked soldier so that you can do the Rufus Parade segment. And now I'm backtracking because I realized, oh wait, I missed the next Raposa because they're back this direction to the right. Whoops, that would have been bad. And this is Dr. Cure. Are you in need of medical assistance? I was about to say no to that, but then I realized I actually am missing 1, now 2 HP, so technically I am. But, no, there's someone else who will probably need your assistance when we get back there. Even though, we don't know about that yet, technically. The player and viewer do, but, not the character. Now, that shadow lava down here there, I guess that's what that's supposed to be. That is something you do kind of have to be careful of, because it's technically treated as water and thus will damage you instantly. So, be careful. And down here is our next and, I think, final stamp. Nice. And I believe we're also coming up on the last thing in the game we have to draw in the levels. And it's also the thing I believe I put the least amount of effort into. A stone pillar. This is going to be a unique platform that you drag along some chains to go up or down. And I go very lazy with this. It's just a rounded rectangle that I try to add some depth to by making it, by adding in some of the dark bluish lines and a bit of white for highlights. By this point, I was getting burnt out from the game from playing it so much in a row, at least with my current idea and other games I was trying to play at the moment anyway. And I think the recording was going on a bit long at that point too, or at least I had recorded a lot, so I was just kind of getting like, I want to get this over with now. Which is sad, because the drawing is really good in this game, but by doing so much in a row, I just kind of got burnt out. Especially putting the amount of effort I have into a lot of them throughout the game. But this one leads to our final ability token, so now when we go back to the village, we'll be able to purchase our final ability. And thankfully, I do have the funds for it. I love the background in this stage, by the way. First off, I actually don't mind the kind of, not cut and paste, but the way the actual walled background looked, because it's not a consistent amount of sameness like the underwater background was, but when we actually get to see the clouds, it's the right kind of ominous. But yeah, if I were to actually have put effort into the stone pillar, I probably would have made it look like it was made out of bricks, or something like that. Now that I think about it, you might remember back when I made the conveyor belt in the moon stage of World 2, I probably would have made it like the end posts of that, but flipped horizontally. Or, well, no, rotated 90 degrees so it could be a horizontal platform. Yeah, more or less, actually, yeah, that probably would have been what I did. Huh, I actually kind of wish I had done that now. Oh, well. Admittedly, it can be kind of weird getting used to the jump timing to get up onto the chairs, because you need to hesitate every second before you jump. Otherwise, you're not going to be able to get the full height from your jump. If you just mash the button, you're not going to be able to really go anywhere. Getting onto the first chair before it fades away can also be a tad annoying, but it's nothing really to worry about, because it's not like there's anything around you that can damage you, aside from maybe the occasional enemy. Now, if I recall correctly... Oh, wait, no, we're actually early in the level than I thought we were for a second there. And there's the thing kicking in where sometimes I forget where we are in the level because a lot of it looks the same. Even though, honestly, this is probably the most set-piece level there is in the game. Aside from the ones that, like, have set-piece drawings. And Dr. Cure's other assistant. Dr. Cure's a medical genius. Cool. Thankfully, if I recall correctly at least, the sequel does a lot better with making the levels not only feel a bit more unique, but also in terms of set pieces, but it's also been about not a year, like a decade since I last played that. It's been a decade since I played this one as well, but it's been more of a decade. Well, technically speaking, I guess it's only been 8 or 9 years since I played the sequel, but you know what I mean. Close to it. Because I think the sequel came out in 2009, and I haven't played it since then. So that's a thing. Now, I'm trying to remember, is it here? No, it's the next vertical segment with chairs that you need to actually go all the way up. Because I almost missed the last page fragment in this level. Thankfully, you cannot actually miss page fragments, otherwise you can't leave the level. But I got a bit scared for a second there because I lost my way for a second. Jumping onto the chandeliers in cases like this can be kind of tricky as well, because they actually do have momentum to them, and you need to use that accordingly in order to actually make some jumps like that. Alright, now this one. I don't do it immediately, but you actually want to jump all the way up it to get the last page fragment. I don't, and because of that, I actually backtracked throughout this entire section, remembering what I got last to see if I missed something. I didn't until right here, so that was a bit dumb. It's especially dumb, too, because we are very close to the end of the level right now. How close is very close, you might ask? Well, let's see. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. About 5 seconds away. So now I went all the way back, damn near to the start of this section, and I realized, wait, did I just... Oh, damn it, yes I did. Well, that was darn diddly dumb of me. Now let's cut back to the level exit because I don't feel like watching me go up those platforms again. And with that, due to what the mayor said, this is technically the last normal level completed. Rapo Towers, I actually really like. The music's nice, the visuals are good. And honestly, even though I got a bit tired of drawing in it, I actually really like the platforming in this stage. And if we take a look at the Raposa screen, we've also now rescued every single Raposa the game has to offer for us. I believe in total, that puts the village population at 51, or was it 49? It's one of the two. We're not exactly at 50, which is kind of irritating. Oh, Nagi and Cricket. Who are you? What's your security clearance? I'm Dr. Cure. Bartleby rescued me from Rapoville Dungeon. These are my assistants. So can we pass? If you're with Bartleby, then I guess so. We will provide escort. Move ahead. We'll follow behind. You're extraordinarily official. It's good to see you two are actually working together now. Let's go. The mayor should be waiting at Village Hall. Oh boy, they're making us move automatically. This is not a good omen. Oh no. Oh, we don't even get any dialogue about it first? Where's the mayor? Bartleby, could you find the mayor? Now, if you talk to one of them, I believe they say something, a line along the lines of, where's the mayor? One of them will say something along the lines of, Creator knows where he is, like God knows where X is. That's because us, the player, the creator, does know where the mayor is right now. Before we go into it, our final ability is the uppercut, which I believe you activate just by pressing up and X. It's actually very useful. We don't have much of a chance to use it, but it's there. And admittedly, you're probably not expected to find all of the stuff within the first playthrough, at least prior to beating the final boss. So they probably gave you that so you can backtrack to levels more easily. Either way, we know where to head, so let's just hope everything is okay over there. Mayor? Oh, that's not good wind. Bartleby, what's wrong with the mayor? I'll go get help. Oh, Rapo. Dr. Cure, can you do anything for him? I'm not sure. Let me see how bad it is. Mari, you need to come with me. What's wrong? It's your dad. He's hurt. Come on, let's go. Dad, no. I'm sorry. There's nothing I can do. Mari, I'm sorry. There may be a mighty fine Rapo. Mari, you okay? No, not really. What are we gonna do without him? Everything's gonna fall apart. All the Raposa are gonna leave. Dad! No. You should have protected him. You're useless, Bartleby. Bartleby, she didn't mean that. That didn't sound good. We should check it out. Dembania, it be fading the ways. The restaurant sign! The glorious sign! No, this cannot be! Creator, why did you take my dad? I can't do this alone. Mari, we need you. All the village creations are disappearing. And everyone's starting to panic. You can do it, Mari. You're the only one who can. You're the mayor now. And we're all gonna help you. We can't let Wilfre get away with this. Joey, wait. I can't do this. But I think together we can. Let's go. Bartleby, I'll try and calm everyone down here. You need to stop Wilfre and find the Book of Life. We need to hurry before the entire village disappears. Well, needless to say, ladies and gentlemen, it's personal now. But before we leave, let's go talk with Joey and Mari and see how things are going over on their side first. You can do it, Bartleby. How am I talking to you from that angle? I'll take care of everything here. Take care of Wilfre. But before we do that, let's make one last alteration to Bartleby. Because he's usually a jolly fellow. But right now, this just got personal. And thus, now we're prepped for battle. And he is pissed. I actually remember when I got to this point in the game the first time around, my heart shattered. And that scene actually still gets me because, God, I'm angry. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm gonna need to end this off here. Thank you guys for watching, and in part 19, we're taking this fight right to Wilfre. See you guys then.